WBEJ Radio. This is Roger Norris, and Barton Edens back at the station is going to be bringing you the game tonight. You can catch us on 1240 AM or 107.9 FM as we have the Sullivan South Rebels coming to town to take on the Cyclones in a semifinal game. The winner will advance to the championship game on Tuesday, and will play the winner of Sullivan East and Unicoi County, which is also being played tonight. We'll try to keep you posted on other scores throughout the area. And good crowd on hand here at Elizabethton High School. A lot of action throughout the area. We have Hampton and Sullivan North in boys action in a semifinal game. We got Unaka, who eliminated University High last night, 50-45, playing at North Green, so they are going to have their hands full. And, of course, Sullivan East and Unicoi County doing battle. And, like I said, good crowd on hand here. The Sullivan South Rebels come in at 11-10. They were the 3 seed. And Mark Pendleton is the coach, first-year coach. Michael McMeans that coached there last year and had taken Sullivan South to the state tournament for the first time in school history, but COVID shut everything down last year, so they did not get to go like some of the other teams. So South, in the last year of Sullivan South High School, they will be combining with North and Central at the new Westview High School, and they will be I think they're going to be 3A. Maybe they're going 4 classifications next year. They may be 4A. So it's going to be a big school. Elizabethton Cyclones come in at 16-6. They're the number 2 seed, right in behind Sullivan East. They were picked number 2 at the beginning of the season, and that's exactly where they finished. And we've got about 11 minutes and 40 seconds till game time, so we're going to send it back to the station, pay a few bills, and we'll be back right after we take this 2-minute break.
The law office of Cameron L. Hyder and his legal assistant, Melissa Saylor, is located at 210 South Main Street near downtown Elizabethton. If you need legal advice and service in criminal law, family law, wills, estates, probate, or contract law, contact Cameron L. Hyder, attorney, or his legal assistant, Melissa Saylor, for consultation at 547-2786. Cameron Hyder is also accessible by email at hyderlawoffice@gmail.com. Cameron L. Hyder, attorney, 210 South Main Street, Elizabethton. Farmers Insurance has a brand new office in Elizabethton. It's Gregory Odom's Farmers Insurance Agency on East Street, downtown. For the insurance that covers everything, see Greg Odom's Farmers Insurance for home, life, auto, business, even motorcycle, boat, camper, and RV insurance. And see Adam Buckles for Medicare insurance. Greg Odom's all-new Farmers Insurance office, 519 East Street, downtown Elizabethton, next to Farm Supply. Call Greg Odom at 518-1600. In Elizabethton, Greg Odom is Farmers. Bump, 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 bump.
Elizabethton Electric, serving the community with the customer in mind. With online bill pay available, it's easy to pay with just a few clicks of the mouse. Go to the City of Elizabethton webpage and click Online Payments for one-time pay online or paperless bill online pay. You can still mail in your payment or stop by one of the traditional locations to pay in person. For automated pay by phone, call 1-877-336-8403.
Mobile banking at Happy Valley Credit Union Elizabethton makes banking easier than ever because you can bank when it's most convenient for you. See your balance without logging in and see your transaction history and pending transactions. Deposit funds with mobile deposit and move money between your accounts when you need to. Also stay on top of your account activity with customized real-time alerts and much more. Current credit union members can download the app, visit the website, or stop in at the Happy Valley Credit Union on C Street for more details. It's the pregame show of Sullivan South at Elizabethton in District 1 semifinals here on FM 107.9 and AM 1240 WBEJ. Now back to Roger Norris.
Here at Elizabethton High School, we got a little over 9 minutes till we tip it off. Both teams out here warming up. Refs having the coaches meeting as we speak. And going to give a shout-out to some of the local kids here and accomplishments with the season winding down. And Caleb Meredith over at University High, his high school career came to an end scoring over 2,500 points in his career. What an outstanding athlete. He has went to the University of Tennessee to play baseball, so If that tells you anything, he must be one heck of a baseball player. Will Sexton at Unaka, over 1,000 points. Right here for the Cyclones, Morgan Hedrick, 1,000 points and over 500 rebounds. They took a tough loss last night, 44-42 on a last-second shot by Sullivan Central. You got Jasmine Birchfield over 1,000 points at Cloudland. Lydia Ramsey, just a sophomore, over 1,000 points at Unaka. Caroline Podvin, 1,000-point scorer for Unicoi. And Sadie Stout, 1,000-point scorer for Johnson County. I think it's good for these kids to get recognition of what they did in their high school career, and some of them still got a couple years to go. Like Ramsey, she could be one of those 2,000-point scorers, bar no injuries or anything. So very impressive, some of the accomplishments these kids have made. And the scores tonight are going to be brought to you by Winchester Quality Flooring, West Elk Avenue at Broad Street in Elizabethton, with floor covering in stock for all your spring needs at competitive prices, plus installation, and even in-stock products for the do-it-yourselfers. So shout out to them for sponsoring. We got about 7 minutes, so we're going to send it back to the station, take a quick 2-minute break, and when we come back, we're going to start breaking this game down. So back in 2.
Due to the higher incidence of cases of COVID-19, the lobby at Reed's Pharmacy, West Elk Avenue, Elizabethton, remains closed, but pharmacist Philip Reed and wife Holly, owners of Reed Pharmacy, can still help you stay well and have winter ailments cured with quality prescriptions by serving you at the drive-through window. Also ask about immunizations against flu, shingles, and pneumonia. Reed Pharmacy is Elizabethton's only compounding service and accepts most insurance plans. Reed Pharmacy, 851 West Elk Avenue, Elizabethton, across from the high school. Fish tacos are back at Taco John's Elizabethton, and you get 2 for just $4. Come to Taco John's today for the popular fish tacos featuring a crispy wild Alaskan fish tender and a 6.5-inch flour tortilla surrounded with shredded lettuce and cheddar cheese, fajita sour cream, ranch dressing, and accompanied with a lime wedge. Remember, you get 2 for only $4, or catch the fish taco combo meal for only $7.99. Don't let the fish taco get away. Available now, 2 for $4 at Taco John's, brought at Sycamore, Elizabethton. Local high school game coverage is brought to you by Citizens Bank. Citizens Bank continues to support our local community from its headquarters here in Carter County. Whether it's managing household finances, purchasing a home, or obtaining resources for your business, Citizens Bank has experts ready to provide a helping hand. Find out more about the Citizens Bank Local Advantage at one of our convenient locations or visit citizensbank24.com today. Bank your own way. Citizens Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Signature Healthcare of Elizabethton Rehab and Wellness Center has been faithfully serving the Elizabethton and surrounding areas for the past 37 years. Signature Healthcare offers physical, occupational, and speech therapies tailored to meet your specific needs. It has the best wound care and respiratory programs in town. Their facility is clean, the face is friendly, and they strive to provide the best care to all who enter the doors. Remember, if you feel like you're sitting on the sidelines of life due to a sickness that's got you down, let Signature Healthcare of Elizabethton help you get back into your game.
Time doesn't stop for anyone. The sooner you begin your education, the sooner you'll finish. Northeast State Community College is here for you to take that first step. It's convenient, affordable, and high quality. And with over 150 programs of study, Northeast State Community College has something for everyone. You have goals, you have options. Make them a reality. Visit northeaststate.edu.
It's the pregame show for Sullivan South at Elizabethton in district semifinals here on FM 107.9 and AM 1240 WBEJ. Now back to Roger Norris at Elizabethton High School.
Back here at Elizabethton High School, about 4.5 minutes to go to game time. South and the Cyclones out here. And looks like both teams are really lighting it up from behind the three-point line, but of course no defense is being played. Let's break down the game a little bit. Sullivan South comes in at 11-10, coached by Mark Piddleton, and they are a number 3 seed. They have got hot here late toward the end of the season, and they'll come in with Zach Elijah to go along with Cooper Johnson and Colton Mullins. And all 3 of those were in double digits against Johnson County the other night. They average in double figures. They'll also go with Jackson Dean and Drew Hoover. They've not really got no huge player inside. They go 6'1", 6'1", 6 foot, and then the two guards are just a little shy under 6 foot. Now for the Cyclones, they come in at 16-6. They are the 2 seed. These two teams played twice during the regular season, and on January the 12th, the Cyclones defeated Sullivan South 53-45. But on February the 9th, Sullivan South defeated Elizabethton 44-40. So it's pretty much going to be a toss-up. They come in with Jake Roberts averaging over 20 points a game. The last game I did here that he was in, he had 46. So when he's on, he can really take the game over. Braden Phillips averaging 10 a game to go along with William Willocks, 14 points and 7 rebounds a game. Nicholas Wilson, 10 points and 5.5 rebounds a game. And then Bryce Van Huss will be starting at the guard position and has done a well of a job at that. So both teams still out here starting to report to the benches. So we're going to take our last break, and when we come back, we'll have the starting lineups right after we take this 2-minute break.
Custom Muffler and Brake is your full-service auto repair shop, providing any mechanical work your vehicle needs, whether it's major or minor. Bring your vehicle into Custom Muffler and Brake and have your charging system checked to prevent being stuck out in the cold. Also get your vehicle's fluids checked for winter weather. If you need an engine or transmission, Custom Muffler and Brake is your authorized Jasper engine and transmission installer. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 700 South Sycamore Street, Elizabethton. Custom Muffler and Brake. Road hazardous weather means you really need a good all-terrain tire on your car. Don't get caught spinning your wheels in severe winter weather. Get the all-season, all-terrain tire that's right for your automobile from Hayworth Tire, Highway 19E, Valley Forge. Hayworth Tire has been voted the Reader's Choice Best Tire Store for Carter County each consecutive year for more than a decade. And that's because Kevin Hayworth is renowned for selling quality tires at the best possible price. Come in and see Kevin Hayworth at Hayworth Tire Center, Highway 19E, Valley Forge. Hampton Pharmacy is still the small community drugstore people still love to shop, located on Highway 321 in Hampton. Lanny Peters is Hampton Pharmacy's owner and registered pharmacist who invites you to bring in your prescription for quality medicine with fast service. Hampton Pharmacy accepts all major credit cards and Medicare Part D and is always available for consultation and counseling. Plus provides computer printouts for tax filing. Shop the excellent selection of case knives at Hampton Pharmacy, Highway 321 Hampton, an authorized case knife dealer. The law office of Cameron L. Hyder and his legal assistant, Melissa Saylor, is located at 210 South Main Street near downtown Elizabethton. If you need legal advice and service in criminal law, family law, wills, estates, probate, or contract law, contact Cameron L. Hyder, attorney, or his legal assistant, Melissa Saylor, for consultation at 547-2786. Cameron Hyder is also accessible by email at hyderlawoffice@gmail.com. Cameron L. Hyder, attorney, 210 South Main Street, Elizabethton. Farmers Insurance has a brand new office in Elizabethton. It's Gregory Odom's Farmers Insurance Agency on East Street, downtown. For the insurance that covers everything, see Greg Odom's Farmers Insurance for home, life, auto, business, even motorcycle, boat, camper, and RV insurance. And see Adam Buckles for Medicare insurance. Greg Odom's all-new Farmers Insurance office, 519 East Street, downtown Elizabethton, next to Farm Supply. Call Greg Odom at 518-1600. In Elizabethton, Greg Odom is Farmers. Bump, 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 bump. WBEJ, Elizabethton, Tennessee, FM 107.9, AM 1240. Now back to Roger Norris.
Back here at Elizabethton High School, the national anthem just wrapping up. And the starting lineups to be announced. First will be Zach Elliger to go along with Cooper Johnson. Number 2, Jackson Dean. And number 3, Drew Hoover. And then Colton Mullins will be getting a starting nod instead of Mason Hall for the Rebels. And for the Cyclones, going to be Jake Roberts. Comes in averaging over 20 points a game, just a junior. And Brandon Phillips averaging 10 a game. To go along with Bryce Van Huss, a junior. And Nicholas Wilson, Jr., 10 points, 5 rebounds a game. And William Willocks, 14 points a game, 7 rebounds. And getting the starting nod instead of Phillips tonight for the Cyclones is Nate Stevens. So mixing it up a little bit. Coach Honeycutt is the Rebels in a Carolina blue with red numbers trimmed in white. Cyclones white, orange numbers trimmed in black. And it is going to be Drew Hoover jumping against Nicholas Wilson. And we are ready to go. And coming away with it is Stevens for the Cyclones. Hands it off to Van Huss. Van Huss up top. 1-3-1. No, man, the running man. They had me confused for a minute. So Roberts up top, puts the ball on the floor, kicks it out on the wing, Van Huss. Van Huss over to Willocks, back to Roberts. Roberts looking to penetrate, pull back, kicks it over to Stevens. Stevens with a little runner, no good. Rebound, ripped down by Elliger for the Rebels. And it is Zach Elliger with the basketball, picked up by Roberts, trying to get it to Hoover, gives it up to Johnson. Johnson up top, picked up by Stevens. Cyclones running man. Stevens up top, gets it inside, ball almost stolen, pops it out. The three up top, in and out by Hoover. Wilson rips down the rebound, and back the other way we go. Stevens into the front court, up top Van Huss, over to Roberts. Coach Honeycutt giving the play to Roberts. And the Rebels, looks like they are in a 2-3. Roberts 4-3, shot no good. Willocks gets the rebound. Willocks to the hole. Willocks shot no good. Rebound ripped down by number 10, Mullins, for the Rebels. So it's going to be Mullins over to Elliger. Elliger picks up his dribble, nowhere to go, got to get rid of it. Goes on the wing to Johnson. Johnson hands it off to Hoover. The ball's knocked loose. Coming away with it is Mullins. Mullins going to be fouled. Who did he get? Van Huss, I believe. Let's see. Yes. They are letting them play. I know that. I thought Elligan might have got fouled. Elligan for 3 up top. Knocks it down for the Rebel. So it's going to be Van Huss with the basketball across the timeline. Picked up by Jackson Dean. Goes inside Stevens off the glass. Easy 2 for Stevens. Wilson with the assist. And back the other way we go. And it's going to be Jackson Dean up top. Mullins puts it on the floor. Goes inside. He's going to be fouled by Wilson as Mullins goes up strong. So Mullins will go to the line to shoot a couple. Your score, 3-2 Rebels. Mullins. Shot up and in. Mullins back to the line. Shot up, in and out, rebounded by Willocks. He gives it up to Roberts. Roberts with the basketball. Goes on the wing, Van Huss. Van Huss to Willocks. Tries to go over top to Wilson. He's going to be fouled by Jackson Dean. So Wilson will go to the line for the Cyclones to shoot a couple. Wilson come into the game averaging 10 and 5. 10 points a game, 5 rebounds. Wilson shot up, no good. Wilson back to the line. Eyes the second one. Shot good. Cyclones pressing a little bit. Ball goes over to Hoover. back to Jackson, and almost should have been a walking call on Elgin, but somehow he kicked it to the wing as he was going to the ground. He hands it off to Cooper Johnson, to Mullins. Mullins up top, picked up by Stevens. He hands it back off to Cooper Johnson. Johnson had 13 points last night. Hoover goes inside. Shot up and in. Strong bucket by Hoover. So it's going to be Roberts with the basketball. Hands it off to Van Hus. The Rebels up 6-3. 4:22 to go. First period. Willox on the wing. Up top, Wilson. Over to Van Hus, to Stevens, down in the corner. 2-3 zone now by the Rebels. Willox up top, over to Stevens. Wilson, Van Hus. Good ball movement by the Cyclones. Willox looking to penetrate. Willox shot, no good. And it's going to be white ball. Goes out of bounds off of Jackson Dean. Braden Phillips checking in. Out is Van Hus. Ball comes in. Willox to Phillips. Inside it goes Roberts. Roberts shot, no good. Rebound Wilson, and he's going to be fouled by number 10, Mullins. So Wilson back to the line to shoot a couple. He's 1 of 2 tonight so far from the line. Your score 6-3 Rebels. Shot, no good. Will Wallace checking in for the Rebels. Out is Mullins. No. Jackson Dean. Shot by Wilson. Up and in. Cyclones pressing. Cross court it goes to Hoover. Up ahead. 15-footer taken. No good by Jackson. He pops it out. Cooper Johnson for 3. Shot no good. Braden Phillips rebound. Up ahead Roberts. Roberts shot up and in by Roberts. Shot on the other end by Mullins. As I was writing down the score, Mullins quickly to the other end. 8-6 Rebels. Ball's knocked loose, and Phillips regains it. Stevens on the wing. Stevens back up top. Ball stolen. Up ahead is going to go to Johnson. Stolen back by Roberts. Stolen back by Hoover. And back the other way is Cooper Johnson. Shot up, no good. Goes out of bounds, and it is going to be Rebels basketball. Seth Carter checking in for the Cyclones to go along with Dalton Mitchell. Wilson out to go along with Nate Stevens. And it's going to be Cooper Johnson to trigger the ball inbounds. Looking. Comes in the corner to Hoover. Hoover back up top to Elliger. Elliger on the wing to Wallace. So Cyclones just drop back into a 2-3. 3 by Wallace from the wing. Good. 11-6 Rebels. Roberts across the timeline. Roberts with the basketball. Gives it up to Mitchell. Mitchell back to Roberts. Roberts down the corner, Willox. Up top, Carter. Over to Roberts. If Roberts is going to be shooting threes, he's going to be about 4 steps behind the line because they are really pushing him way out. Roberts up top. Inside Phillips. Phillips puts it on the floor. Going to get a 3-second call if they don't get out. Willox for 3 on the wing. Shot good. Willox. Back the other way. Wallace to Cooper Johnson. He puts it on the floor. Pull up. 15-footer. No good. Rebound Mitchell. Back the other way. Mitchell going to be fouled by Johnson. Aaron Holmes checking in for the Rebels. Rebels still up 11-9, 1:36 to go in the first period. Roberts, now the Rebels has went to a 1-2-2. They're really switching their defenses up. Phillips up top. Roberts, 25-footer, no good, goes up over the backboard, and it is going to be Rebels basketball. Checking back in, Jackson Dean, and out is Zach Elliger. So it's going to be Hoover to trigger the ball inbounds. Looking. Somebody's got to get open. It comes into Jackson Dean, and it goes right through his hands, out of bounds, turnover, Rebels. 4 turnovers for the Rebels, 3 for the Cyclones here in the first quarter. And it's going to be Mitchell. Inbounds to Wilson, up top Roberts. Carter to Dalton Mitchell, back to Carter. Carter puts it on the floor. Shot taken by Carter, no good. Back up, Phillips, no good. And Mitchell coming away with it. Cyclones had 3 good looks at it, just could not knock it down. 1:01 to go in the first period. Goes on the wing, Carter, back to Roberts. Roberts over to Mitchell. Mitchell gets it back up top, almost throws it back court. Roberts saves it, back to Mitchell. 45 seconds to go in the period. Roberts to the hole, shot up, no good. Tipped, Mitchell rebound. Coming down with it is Hoover for the Rebels. Roberts pressured up top. Mitchell gets it over to Hoover. Hoover loses his dribble. Gets it inside. Going to be a foul called on. Who'd they get? Holmes for the Rebels. Roberts with the basketball. The Rebels up 11-9, 13 seconds to go. 10. Roberts calls for the screen, gets it cross court to Mitchell. Down in the corner, Carter. Back up top, Dalton Mitchell. 4-3, shot no good. Rebound, Hoover. He throws it, and it hits the score clock up top. So the score at the end of 1, Rebels 11, Cyclones 9. Your score brought to you by Winchester Quality Flooring. Back after this 60-second break.
Now you can bank with a live teller at Carter County Bank every Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. with Drive-Thru Plus. The first of its kind in the area, Drive-Thru Plus is an ATM as well as an interactive teller machine. Just touch the screen and you will see and hear a Carter County Bank teller on the video screen who can help you with almost any transaction you need. With Drive-Thru Plus, you can withdraw cash and coins, make deposits, exchange dollar bills, make loan payments, report a lost or stolen debit card, and much more. Drive-Thru Plus tellers are available every Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Drive-Thru Plus is now available at most Carter County Bank and Bank of Tennessee branches. Learn more at cartercountybank.com. Carter County Bank is a division of Bank of Tennessee. Locally owned, locally managed to support our first priority, Carter County and the people who live here. Member FDIC.
FM 107.9, AM 1240, WBEJ.
Back here at Elizabethton High School, and at the end of 1, Rebels 11, Cyclones 9. Ball goes inside to Elliger. Elliger pulls it back out, picked up by Roberts. Elliger, crossover, hands it off to Johnson. And that's Cooper Johnson. I like that name. It's got a nice basketball sound to it. Cooper Johnson. Up top is Mullins. Gets it over to Johnson, back to Mullins. And it's Dean with the basketball now. He hands it off to Johnson. Johnson's got the lane, pull up. kicks it out over to Elliger. Elliger to the hole, off the glass, a little too strong, rebound battled for, and Willox coming away with it for the Cyclones. And it's Hoover with the foul. Elliger had a good look at it, just couldn't finish it. At the end of one, 9 rebounds for the Cyclones, only 6 for the Rebels. It's going to be Van Huss up top. And the Rebels has went back to man. Up top, Willox tries to get it inside to Wilson, up off the glass. Good by Wilson with his 4th point. And it's all tied up. It's going to be Hoover up top, pressured. Hoover gives it up to Johnson. Backdoor Mullins up off the glass, no good. Rebound and a 3 by Elliger, no good. And the ball tipped and comes back in. And the Rebels again with the basketball. Jackson Dean for 3, no good. Mullins with a push in the back. And a technical foul called on Mullins for slamming the basketball to the floor. So Mullins picking up his 3rd foul. They already had one, then the push in the back, then the slam of the basketball. So Roberts to the line. Roberts usually automatic. Roberts shot up and in. And that gives the Cyclones the lead of 12-11. Roberts makes both of them. So now it's going to be Cyclones basketball. Could turn into a 5-point play right here. 13-11 Cyclones. Wilson with the basketball, hands it off to Roberts. Roberts looking to penetrate. Roberts loses control, tries to get it to Wilson. Too much on it, goes out of bounds, turnover, Cyclones. And the Rebels says, I want a timeout. Mark Pendleton. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with him. 13-11 Cyclones, back in 30.
If you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, be sure to check with the Happy Valley Credit Union, where auto loan rates on both new and used vehicles start as low as 2.25% APR. And if you're offered a rate that's lower, check with the Happy Valley Credit Union loan officers to see if you qualify for a matched rate by the credit union. Always be sure to check with the Happy Valley Credit Union before you finance an automobile anywhere else. Happy Valley Credit Union, C Street, Elizabethton, behind Walgreens.
Back at Elizabethton High School, Rebels basketball down 2, 13-11 to the Cyclones. And then can't see the number 12, triggering the ball inbounds. Walls gets it over to Cooper Johnson, back to Hoover, back to Johnson, and up the sideline, foul on Roberts. Jake Roberts picking up his first foul. So it's going to be Walls, trigger the ball inbounds. Comes in up top. Cooper Johnson picked up by Stevens. Cooper off of the screen. Kicks it down the corner to Walls. Walls tries to get it inside. Walls has his pocket picked by Willox. Willox with the basketball. Across the timeline. Turnover on the Rebels. Van Huss with the basketball. Roberts up top. Picked up by Zach Elliger. On the wing it goes Stevens. Stevens hands it off Van Huss. Van Huss trying to get it inside, and he's going to be fouled when he gets the ball to Wilson by Elliger. Let's see if we got Elliger with the foul. Yes. 8 fouls already on Sullivan South. 3 on the Cyclones. So Wilson to the line. Shot up and in by Wilson. Wilson with 5 points on the night. Wilson, second one, good. I think he's found his touch. Ball comes in. Johnson up ahead to Elliger, cross court to Hoover, back up top. Cooper Johnson with the basketball. Picked up by Stevens. Over to Mullins. Up top is Hoover. Turnover, Rebels. 15-11, Cyclones on top. It's going to be Roberts with the basketball. Roberts to Stevens. Stevens to Wilson. Back to Roberts. Roberts splits the defenders to the hole. Roberts up off the glass. Give Roberts his 6th point of the first half. Cyclones extending the lead to 17-11. And it's going to be Cooper Johnson to the hole. Shot up, no good. Rebound ripped down by Willox. Willox to Van Huss in a hurry. Van Huss, 2-3 zone now for the Rebels. Up top, Stevens. Stevens to Willox to Roberts. Deep three for Roberts, no good. Rebound, Wilson, no good. A push in the back, got away with it. Wilson, and rebound ripped down by Walls. Back the other way we go. And it is Cooper Johnson with the basketball. Johnson with the basketball. Gets it inside to Elliger. Blocking foul on Van Huss, I do believe. It's only the 4th team foul. Sullivan East over Unicoi 26-23 at the end of 1. And tries to get the ball inbounds. Stolen by Phillips. Up ahead to Roberts. Roberts all the way down. Shot blocked, but a foul called on Elliger. So Roberts will go to the line to shoot a couple. Hampton over North 18-4 at the end of 1. Roberts shot up, no good. Roberts back to the line. Shot good by Roberts. And it's going to be Walls with the basketball. Up ahead to Elliger. Offensive foul on Walls. Phillips cut him off on the baseline. Walls could not control his balance. And the Cyclones 9-0 run to start the second period to take a 18-11 lead. 2-3 zone by the Rebels. Cutting through, Mitchell over to Roberts. Back to Mitchell to Phillips. Phillips looks inside to Willox, brings it back up top, Mitchell. Willox around the top. Got Phillips working the foul line. Back to Dalton Mitchell. Mitchell, Willox fakes the three, splits the defenders, walks, turnover, and coming away with it is the Rebels, Jackson Dean. And it's going to be Wallace to the hole, and it's going to be Roberts picking up number 2. So Carter checking in, Wilson in, Willox to the bench to go along with Roberts picking up his second foul with 2:51 to go in the second period. Up top with the basketball is Mason Howell. He gets it over to Elliger. He has the ball stolen by Phillips. Up ahead, Phillips off the glass, no good. Rebound, Mitchell up, no good. Goes off of Phillips, out of bounds, and it's going to be Rebels basketball. It's going to be Elliger with the basketball to Dean, up ahead to Mullins. He's trapped up top, dribbles out of it, trying to get it back up top to Walls. Walls around the top, hands it off to Zach Elliger. Elliger picked up by Mitchell. Walls breaks through. Elliger comes to the right side. Cutting through is Hall, nothing there. Elliger to the hole. Elliger shot up, fouled. Who'd they get? Wilson with the foul. No, Mitchell. Nick Elliger to the line, misses the first one. The Rebels yet to score in the second quarter. Elliger back to the line, shot up, in. Give him 4 points here in the first half. Cooper Johnson checking back in, Elliger out. Mitchell with the basketball up top. Cyclones 18-12. Goes on the wing, Phillips. Down in the corner, Wilson. Back up top, Phillips. Mitchell over the top. Wilson with the basketball. Shot up and in. Wilson. Good backdoor cut by Wilson. Up top is Holmes with the basketball. Backcourt, Johnson. And stolen by Carter. Carter saves it to Mitchell. He throws it back to Holmes, to Johnson. Johnson to the hole. Shot up, no good. Rebound, Stevens. Getting very sloppy out here on both ends of the floor. Stevens with the basketball. Gets it to Mitchell. Over to Carter. Inside it goes Wilson. Wilson shot up, no good. Battle for over the back on Wilson. And it's going to go over to the Rebels. Willocks, Roberts checking back in. Out is Stevens and Wilson. So number 33, Aaron Holmes. It's going to be a 1-and-1. Rebels only to muster 1 point here the whole second period. Shot up, good by Holmes. Holmes back to the line. Shot up and in by Holmes. Ball comes inbounds. It's going to be Willocks with the basketball. Pressured backcourt. Phillips over to Mitchell. Mitchell, long pass up ahead to Willocks. Willocks to the hole. Shot up, no good. Rebound, Phillips. Phillips kicks it out. Roberts, deep three. Roberts, no good. Rebound, Willocks. Up top, Mitchell with the basketball. 20-14, Cyclones. Carter on the wing. 28 seconds. Carter penetrates, almost has it stolen. Roberts with the basketball. Roberts picked up by Johnson. Carter over to Mitchell. Mitchell penetrates, kicks it up top. Roberts, 14. Roberts walked with the basketball. Turnover on the Cyclones. Roberts. Van Hush checks in. Roberts out. 12.6 to go here in the second period. And somebody better get open for the Rebels. Comes in, Elliger over to Jackson Dean. Cooper Johnson down in the corner. Dean back up top. Johnson. Johnson, pull up, 15-footer, good. Cooper Johnson. And believe it or not, that's the first bucket for the Rebels in the second quarter. So with your score, 20-16, your score brought to you by Winchester Quality Flooring. Cyclones on top. Back after this 2-minute break.
Elizabethan Electric, serving the community with the customer in mind. With online bill pay available, it's easy to pay with just a few clicks of the mouse. Go to the City of Elizabethan webpage and click Online Payments for one-time pay online or paperless bill online pay. You can still mail in your payment or stop by one of the traditional locations to pay in person. For automated pay by phone, call 1-877-336-8403.
Mobile banking at Happy Valley Credit Union Elizabethton makes banking easier than ever because you can bank when it's most convenient for you. See your balance without logging in and see your transaction history and pending transactions. Deposit funds with mobile deposit and move money between your accounts when you need to. Also stay on top of your account activity with customized real-time alerts and much more. Current credit union members can download the app, visit the website, or stop in at the Happy Valley Credit Union on C Street for more details. Due to the higher incidence of cases of COVID-19, the lobby at Reed's Pharmacy, West Elk Avenue, Elizabethton, remains closed, but pharmacist Philip Reed and wife Holly, owners of Reed Pharmacy, can still help you stay well and have winter ailments cured with quality prescriptions by serving you at the drive-through window. Also ask about immunizations against flu, shingles, and pneumonia. Reed Pharmacy is Elizabethton's only compounding service and accepts most insurance plans. Reed Pharmacy, 851 West Elk Avenue, Elizabethton, across from the high school. Fish tacos are back at Taco John's Elizabethton, and you get 2 for just $4. Come to Taco John's today for the popular fish tacos featuring a crispy wild Alaskan fish tender and a 6.5-inch flour tortilla surrounded with shredded lettuce and cheddar cheese, fajita sour cream, ranch dressing, and accompanied with a lime wedge. Remember, you get 2 for only $4, or catch the fish taco combo meal for only $7.99. Don't let the fish taco get away. Available now, 2 for $4 at Taco John's, brought at Sycamore, Elizabethton. Local high school game coverage is brought to you by Citizens Bank. Citizens Bank continues to support our local community from its headquarters here in Carter County. Whether it's managing household finances, purchasing a home, or obtaining resources for your business, Citizens Bank has experts ready to provide a helping hand. Find out more about the Citizens Bank Local Advantage at one of our convenient locations or visit citizensbank24.com today. Bank your own way. Citizens Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Signature Healthcare of Elizabethton Rehab and Wellness Center has been faithfully serving the Elizabethton. You're listening to semifinal district basketball. It's Sullivan South at Elizabethton boys here on FM 107.9 and AM 1240 WBEJ. Now back to Roger Norris.
Back here at Elizabethton High School, and at the end of the first half, 20-16, Cyclones on top. Personally, looking at the game, neither coach is really going to be too fired up. Sullivan South really has to be pleased. A couple kids in foul trouble, only down 4 here at the half. They only made 1 bucket in the second quarter, and the Cyclones couldn't capitalize enough on the poor shooting of the Rebels. The numbers look like this. Rebounds, a total of 14 for the Rebels in the first half. 7 turnovers. They're only 3 of 15 inside the three-point line. 4 of 6 from the charity stripe and 2 of 8 behind the three-point line. Individual scoring, 4 points for Nick Elliger and Cooper Johnson with 2, the one at the buzzer right before the half. Drew Hoover with 2, Colton Mullins with 3, and Will Wallace with 3, and Aaron Holmes off of the bench with 2. And that's all the scoring for the Rebels and Coach Mark Pendleton. And for the Cyclones, they're winning the rebounding war. They've got 19 rebounds. They've got 7 turnovers, the same as the Rebels. They are 5 of 18 inside the three-point line. They are 7 of 10 from the charity stripe, and 1 of 9 behind the three-point line, and Willock's the only one to knock down a 3. Individual scoring, Roberts with 7, Willocks with 3, Nicholas Wilson leading the way with 8, and Nate Stevens with 2. And that makes the score 20-16. Cyclones on top. Back right after we take this break.
Signature Healthcare of Elizabethton Rehab and Wellness Center has been faithfully serving the Elizabethton and surrounding areas for the past 37 years. Signature Healthcare offers physical, occupational, and speech therapies tailored to meet your specific needs. It has the best wound care and respiratory programs in town. Their facility is clean, the face is friendly, and they strive to provide the best care to all who enter the doors. Remember, if you feel like you're sitting on the sidelines of life due to a sickness that's got you down, let Signature Healthcare of Elizabethton help you get back into your game.
Time doesn't stop for anyone. The sooner you begin your education, the sooner you'll finish. Northeast State Community College is here for you to take that first step. It's convenient, affordable, and high quality. And with over 150 programs of study, Northeast State Community College has something for everyone. You have goals, you have options. Make them a reality. Visit northeaststate.edu.
The law office of Cameron L. Hyder and his legal assistant, Melissa Saylor, is located at 210 South Main Street near downtown Elizabethton. If you need legal advice and service in criminal law, family law, wills, estates, probate, or contract law, contact Cameron L. Hyder, attorney, or his legal assistant, Melissa Saylor, for consultation at 547-2786. Cameron Hyder is also accessible by email at hyderlawoffice@gmail.com. Cameron L. Hyder, attorney, 210 South Main Street, Elizabethton. Farmers Insurance has a brand new office in Elizabethton. It's Gregory Odom's Farmers Insurance Agency on East Street, downtown. For the insurance that covers everything, see Greg Odom's Farmers Insurance for home, life, auto, business, even motorcycle, boat, camper, and RV insurance. And see Adam Buckles for Medicare insurance. Greg Odom's all-new Farmers Insurance office, 519 East Street, downtown Elizabethton, next to Farm Supply. Call Greg Odom at 518-1600. In Elizabethton, Greg Odom is Farmers. Bump, 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 bump.
Elizabethton Electric, serving the community with the customer in mind. With online bill pay available, it's easy to pay with just a few clicks of the mouse. Go to the City of Elizabethton webpage and click Online Payments for one-time pay online or paperless bill online pay. You can still mail in your payment or stop by one of the traditional locations to pay in person. For automated pay by phone, call 1-877-336-8403.
FM 107.9, AM 1240, WBEJ.
Back here at Elizabethton High School, Cyclones on top 20-16. And both teams coming out of the locker rooms. Got some score updates. Laura sending me some scores from Sullivan East. Sullivan East up 43-34 over Unicoi County at the half. Hampton up 26-12 at the half over Sullivan North, and Cloudland girls hung on. The Rangers almost pulled off a big upset. Cloudland defeated Unaka girls 43-42 to advance to the championship game in 1A. So they will be traveling to play North Green, which defeated Hampton earlier today, 89-40. So Cloudland improves to 18-4 on the season, and they will play on Monday night at 7 o'clock at North Green. So we're going to take our last break. It's going to be a 60, and we'll be back right after this 60-second break with the start of the second half.
Fish tacos are back at Taco John's Elizabethton, and you get 2 for just $4. Come to Taco John's today for the popular fish tacos featuring a crispy wild Alaskan fish tender and a 6.5-inch flour tortilla surrounded with shredded lettuce and cheddar cheese, fajita sour cream, ranch dressing, and accompanied with a lime wedge. Remember, you get 2 for only $4, or catch the fish taco combo meal for only $7.99. Don't let the fish taco get away. Available now, 2 for $4 at Taco John's, brought at Sycamore, Elizabethton. Local high school game coverage is brought to you by Citizens Bank. Citizens Bank continues to support our local community from its headquarters here in Carter County. Whether it's managing household finances, purchasing a home, or obtaining resources for your business, Citizens Bank has experts ready to provide a helping hand. Find out more about the Citizens Bank Local Advantage at one of our convenient locations or visit citizensbank24.com today. Bank your own way. Citizens Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Back here at Elizabethton High School in the start of the second half, Willox right out of the locker room, knocks down a three, puts the Cyclones up 23-16. But on the other end, Elliger matches him with his three, and it's 23-19 Cyclones. Nate Stevens down in the corner, Willox with the basketball. To Van Huss. Van Huss dribbles through, nowhere to go, brings it back up top, Stevens. Stevens back to Van Huss. Back to Stevens. Van Huss up top, over to Stevens. Wilson popping out in the corner. Up top, Roberts, deep three. Roberts, good for Jake Roberts. Back-to-back threes to start here in the third period for the Cyclones. And it's Nick Elliger with the basketball, hands it off to Walls. Walls loses control, goes out of bounds off of Willox, and the Rebels get a break. I really didn't think Willox touched the basketball. So it's going to be Walls. Somebody got to get open. He comes in the corner to Elliger, up top to Hoover. Hoover with the basketball. Hoover one-on-one with Wilson. Up off the glass is Hoover. Hoover with his fourth point of the game. Roberts cross court, almost stolen by number 3 of the Rebels, Hoover. Knocks it out of bounds, so it's going to be Van Huss, side midcourt. Van Huss throws it in backcourt. Roberts. 26-21 Cyclones. Roberts looking to penetrate, spin dribble, loses control, turnover, Cyclones back the other way. And Elliger for three, shot no good, rebound Jackson Dean, back to Elliger, up top is Cooper Johnson, three up top by Jackson Dean is good for the Rebels, 26-24. Phillips getting ready to check in for the Cyclones. Roberts. Up top, Stevens. 2-3 zone by the Rebels. Van Huss to Roberts. Turnaround, shot, no good. Rebound ripped down by Walls. Walls gets it over to Johnson. Johnson with the basketball. Johnson looking to penetrate. Pull up, 15-footer, Johnson, no good. Rebound, Roberts. That's the first miss for the Rebels here in the second half. And Coach Honeycutt says, I want a timeout. Well, take it with him, telling you the score. 26-24, back after this 30-second break.
Due to the higher incidence of cases of COVID-19, the lobby at Reed's Pharmacy, West Elk Avenue, Elizabethton, remains closed, but pharmacist Philip Reed and wife Holly, owners of Reed Pharmacy, can still help you stay well and have winter ailments cured with quality prescriptions by serving you at the drive-through window. Also ask about immunizations against flu, shingles, and pneumonia. Reed Pharmacy is Elizabethton's only compounding service and accepts most insurance plans. Reed Pharmacy, 851 West Elk Avenue, Elizabethton, across from the high school.
Back here at Elizabethton High School, Coach Honeycutt says, let's take a timeout here and settle down. Cyclones up 26-24. Your score is sponsored by Winchester Quality Flooring, and it's going to be Roberts, side midcourt, to trigger the ball inbounds. 5:03 to go in the third period. Roberts looking, comes into Phillips. Phillips back up top, Roberts. The Rebels has came out in man. Van Huss up top with the basketball. Over to Wilson. Trying to get it inside to Willox. Roberts breaks through. Phillips walks with the basketball. Turnover, Cyclones. And then it's going to come inbounds right in front of the Cyclones bench, and it's going to be Walls to trigger it inbounds. Backcourt to Johnson. Johnson over to Walls. Walls up ahead to Hoover. Back to Walls. Shot up. In and out. Rebound battle for Willox coming down with it for the Cyclones. And he hands it off to Van Huss. Van Huss into the front court. picked up by Jackson Dean. Goes on the wing to Roberts. He thinks about pulling the trigger. Takes it over to Willox. Phillips inside Wilson. Wilson up. Strong move by Wilson to the bucket. Nicholas Wilson. Stolen. Phillips. Offensive foul on Phillips. Phillips stole the basketball. And as he was going to the hole, Walls took the punishment. And the Cyclone fans did not like that. Got to get the ball in bounds. Comes in to Elliger. Elliger up the sideline. Chased by Van Huss. Elliger going to be trapped. Gets it over to Walls. Down the corner, Jackson Dean, 4-3. Shot no good. Rebound chased down by Roberts. Roberts all the way down. Shot up and in by Roberts. And the Cyclones has extended the lead 30-24. Up ahead, Elliger. Basketball picked up by Van Huss. Puts it on the floor. Elliger to the hole. Fouled by Wilson. So Elliger will go to the line to shoot a couple for the Rebels. His shot's up. No good for Elledge. Seth Carter checking in. Wilson out. Shot up. Good by Elliger. 30-25 Cyclones on top. 3:35 to go. Third period. Van Huss across the timeline. They want to get Roberts over on the left side of the floor. That's where he seems good to shoot it, but they bring him up top. Roberts picked up by Johnson over to Phillips. Phillips tries to get it inside. Willox with the basketball. Willox back out to Phillips. Seth Carter at the foul line. Carter pull up, 15-footer. Seth Carter with his first two of the game. Cooper Johnson pressured, side midcourt, gets it to Wiles, up ahead to Elliger. Elliger with the basketball, picked up by Willox. Elliger around the top, hands it off to Hoover. Hoover up off the glass, and Hoover, wide open look. 32-27 Cyclones. 2:43 to go, third period. Van Huss up top, gets it to Carter. Carter thought about pulling the trigger on another one. Carter penetrates. Carter to the hole. Shot no good. Rebound. Willox goes out of bounds off of Johnson, and it's going to stay Cyclones basketball. Number 10, Colton Mullins, back into the game. He had 3 fouls in the first half. So his first action of the second half comes in way up top. Roberts. Roberts lets it go back court. He's going to be picked up by Johnson. Goes on the wing to Phillips. Phillips penetrates, gives it to Van Huss. Deep three up top, Van Huss. No good. Rebound, battle for. Goes out of bounds off of Carter. And it is going to be Rebels basketball. Mason Hall checking in for the Rebels. Cyclones pressing full court. Got to get the ball in bounds. Comes into Elliger. Elliger picked up by Roberts. Counts on. Elliger's got to get it across the timeline, and he does. It goes over to Walls. Down in the corner, Jackson Dean for 3. And Dean buries the 3 in the corner. That's his second 3 of the second half. Van Huss across the timeline. That cuts the lead, 32-30 Cyclones. Roberts, he's going to his sweet spot. He loves to be on the left side. Roberts breaks through, coming around to the right side. Gets the basketball. Coach Honeycutt says, give me a timeout. And it is going to be a full timeout with the Cyclones on top, 32-30. Back after this 60-second break.
Signature Healthcare of Elizabethton Rehab and Wellness Center has been faithfully serving the Elizabethton and surrounding areas for the past 37 years. Signature Healthcare offers physical, occupational, and speech therapies tailored to meet your specific needs. It has the best wound care and respiratory programs in town. Their facility is clean, the face is friendly, and they strive to provide the best care to all who enter the doors. Remember, if you feel like you're sitting on the sidelines of life due to a sickness that's got you down, let Signature Healthcare of Elizabethton help you get back into your game.
Time doesn't stop for anyone. The sooner you begin your education, the sooner you'll finish. Northeast State Community College is here for you to take that first step. It's convenient, affordable, and high quality. And with over 150 programs of study, Northeast State Community College has something for everyone. You have goals, you have options. Make them a reality. Visit northeaststate.edu.
WBEJ.
Back here at the Elizabethton High School, Coach Honeycutt takes a timeout, and it's Cyclones ball. Van Huss up top. Van Huss looking to penetrate, kicks it on the wing. Roberts fakes the three. Roberts has the ball stolen, but it goes out of bounds off of Elliger, so it's going to stay Cyclones basketball. Roberts going to throw it in front of the Cyclone bench. Roberts looking, and the ball is going to be stolen by Elliger, fouled by Roberts. So it's going to be Rebels basketball, down 2. And it is going to be Hall on the wing to Jackson Dean. Looks inside, up top, Elliger. Elliger looking to penetrate, loses control, gets it back up top to Hall. Hall pressured by Roberts. Gets it on the wing to... ball's going to be stolen by Carter. Gets it out to Phillips. Phillips in a hurry. Gets it over to Willocks. Shot up and in. Willocks. Hall pressured back court. Gets it up ahead. Elliger for a three. Shot no good. Chased down by Hoover. He tries to throw it off of Roberts, but Carter comes away with it. Carter to Roberts. Pull up three. Roberts no good. Rebound Elliger. Fast-paced action here. 18 seconds to go in the period. Elliger to the hole. Kicks it on the wing. Jackson Dean fakes it. Gets it back to Elliger. 12. Over in the corner. Walls for a three. And coming down with it is Roberts. Roberts in a hurry. Roberts looking to penetrate. Roberts throws one up. No good. And the score at the end of 3 is the Rebels 30 and the Cyclones 34. Your score is sponsored by Winchester Quality Flooring. Back after this 60-second break.
The law office of Cameron L. Hyder and his legal assistant, Melissa Saylor, is located at 210 South Main Street near downtown Elizabethton. If you need legal advice and service in criminal law, family law, wills, estates, probate, or contract law, contact Cameron L. Hyder, attorney, or his legal assistant, Melissa Saylor, for consultation at 547-2786. Cameron Hyder is also accessible by email at hyderlawoffice@gmail.com. Cameron L. Hyder, attorney, 210 South Main Street, Elizabethton. Farmers Insurance has a brand new office in Elizabethton. It's Gregory Odom's Farmers Insurance Agency on East Street, downtown. For the insurance that covers everything, see Greg Odom's Farmers Insurance for home, life, auto, business, even motorcycle, boat, camper, and RV insurance. And see Adam Buckles for Medicare insurance. Greg Odom's all-new Farmers Insurance office, 519 East Street, downtown Elizabethton, next to Farm Supply. Call Greg Odom at 518-1600. In Elizabethton, Greg Odom is Farmers. Bump, 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 bump.
Back here at Elizabethton High School, and the Cyclones going into the fourth period up 34-30, and it is time to step up to the plate, as they say. And I haven't got any updates as of late on the games, but they should be rolling in. But Hampton over North at the half, 26-12, and East 43-34 over Unicoi at the half. and it's going to be Nick Elliger. Triggers the ball inbounds to Cooper Johnson. Johnson puts the ball on the floor, goes on the wing to Walls. Walls back to Elliger, picked up by Roberts. And looks inside, nothing there. Goes to Johnson on the wing. Phillips pressuring him up high, counts on. They spread off of it, get the count broke. So Johnson back to the top. Pendleton calls for a new play, goes on the wing, Walls, and going to be a foul on Carter. Trying to get the ball inside to Hoover. So Cooper Johnson to trigger the ball inbounds. Wilson checking in. Van Huss out for the Cyclones. Comes inbounds. Johnson around the top. Gives it off to Elliger. Back to Johnson. Baseline Hoover. Back up top Johnson. 2-3 zone by the Cyclones. Hoover at the foul line. Elliger breaks through. Cross court. It goes to Walls, to Hoover. Elliger for a three. Shot no good. Elliger chases down his rebound. Goes baseline. Gets it outside Hoover. Over to Johnson. And Roberts almost coming up with a big steal. Goes out of bounds, and it's going to stay Rebels basketball. And Elliger checking out. And back in is Jackson Dean for the Rebels. Ball comes in to Johnson. Johnson, Cyclones, has come out of the zone and went man. Up top, Dean to the hole. Down the corner, Hoover for a three. Hoover's shot good from the corner. That puts the Rebels 33, Cyclones 34, 6:36 to go. Ball on the wing, Phillips, Roberts breaks through the top. Walt got away with it. Over to Wilson, to Carter. Carter to the hole. Carter shot up, no good. Rebound, battle for it. Carter comes down with it, back up, no good. And Walls comes away with it. Carter in there with the big boys ripping down the rebounds. Cooper Johnson with the basketball. On the wing it goes Jackson Dean. Inside is Mullins to Johnson off the glass. And the Rebels back in front, 35-34. And it's going to be Carter for a three. Shot no good. Rebound, Jackson Dean. And it's going to be Cooper Johnson across the timeline. Gets it over to Dean for a deep three. Dean, shot no good. Hoover rebound. 15-footer taken by Mullins, no good. And the Rebels come away with the rebound. It's going to be their third attempt on this go-around. Johnson on the wing to Walls. Walls trying to get it inside to Hoover. Goes cross court to Cooper Johnson. Johnson off of the screen. Gets it to Dean for a three. Shot no good. Rebound. Ripped down. Fouled by Roberts. Let's see who they got. If they got Roberts, that's not going to be good. Phillips. So at the line is Colton Mullins. Shot no good. Checking back in, Elliger. And for the Cyclones, Nate Stevens. Carter getting a break. Mullins, second one, good. And that makes it 36-34, and Coach Pendleton's going to take a full timeout, so we'll take it with him. 36-34, Rebels on top, back after this 60-second break.
Custom Muffler and Brake is your full-service auto repair shop, providing any mechanical work your vehicle needs, whether it's major or minor. Bring your vehicle into Custom Muffler and Brake and have your charging system checked to prevent being stuck out in the cold. Also get your vehicle's fluids checked for winter weather. If you need an engine or transmission, Custom Muffler and Brake is your authorized Jasper engine and transmission installer. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 700 South Sycamore Street, Elizabethton. Custom Muffler and Brake. Road hazardous weather means you really need a good all-terrain tire on your car. Don't get caught spinning your wheels in severe winter weather. Get the all-season, all-terrain tire that's right for your automobile from Hayworth Tire, Highway 19E, Valley Forge. Hayworth Tire has been voted the Reader's Choice Best Tire Store for Carter County each consecutive year for more than a decade. And that's because Kevin Hayworth is renowned for selling quality tires at the best possible price. Come in and see Kevin Hayworth at Hayworth Tire Center, Highway 19E, Valley Forge. FM 107.9, AM 1240, WBEJ, Elizabethton, Tennessee. It's 8 o'clock.
Back here at Elizabethton High School, and the Rebels has battled back to take a 2-point lead, 36-34, with 5:08 to go in the fourth period. And it is going to be Cyclones basketball. Gets it over to Stevens. Stevens going to be picked up by Dean, hands it off to Roberts. Roberts to Stevens. The Rebels in man. Up top, Wilson tries to get it inside Willocks. Willocks shot up, no good. Foul is going to be on Hoover. So Willocks will go to the line to shoot a couple. So Willocks at the line. Shot good by Willocks. Willocks back to the line, can tie it up with 4:48 to go with the make. Shot up, good. 36-36. Ball comes inbound. Hoover over to Johnson, up ahead to Walls, back to Dean, to Hoover, to Elliger. The ball never touched the floor. That's the way you break the press. Hoover up top over to Johnson. Cyclones in man. Cooper Johnson counts on. He's going to have to get rid of it. Gets it to Mullins. Mullins goes inside Hoover. Elliger kicks it back outside. Hoover over to Cooper Johnson. He backs it out. 4:08 to go. Fourth period. Got to get rid of it. It's going to get the 5-second count. Barely got it away. Elliger with the basketball. Elliger off of the screen. Elliger all the way down. Shot up and in. Elliger. Stevens gets the ball to Roberts. Roberts going to the left side. Gives it off to Phillips. 38-36. Rebels back on top. Trying to get it inside to Wilson. Going to be a foul called on number 10, Mullins. That's going to be his fourth. So Roberts trigger the ball inbounds. Roberts, Willocks breaks to the corner. Willocks gets the basketball. Looks inside, nothing there. Willocks gets it to Roberts. And Coach Honeycutt says he wasn't happy. Give me a timeout. And it's going to be a 30-second timeout with the Rebels on top, 38-36 back after this 30-second break.
Your exclusive and authorized Case Knives dealer is Hampton Pharmacy, Highway 321, Hampton. Hampton Pharmacy's Case Knife selection features large knives, gift and collectible knives, folding knives, hunting knives with cases, pocket knives, and even Case Knife gift sets. Also buy Case gift lighters and look over all 5 Case Knife displays and the Case shirt and cap case, too. You'll find over 400 unique Case products at Hampton Pharmacy, Highway 321, Hampton, across from the elementary school. Your authorized Case Knife dealer.
Back here at Elizabethton High School, the Rebels on top, 38-36, 3:31 to go in the ball game. Coach Honeycutt takes a timeout. Roberts to trigger the ball inbounds. Comes in backcourt to Stevens. The Rebels are in man now. And Stevens on the wing to Phillips. Willocks working down low, gets the ball up top. Wilson. The ball's kicked. So the ball goes out of bounds, and it is going to stay with the Cyclones. So it's going to be Stevens to trigger it inbounds. Stevens to Wilson. Wilson to the hole. Shot no good. Wilson rebound. Makes the bucket and goes to the line to shoot one. Big bucket by Wilson. That ball just hovered on the rim and finally dropped. Wilson with a chance to put the Cyclones back in front. Wilson shot good. Cyclones pressing forward. Johnson with the basketball up ahead to Walls, down in the corner to Elliger. Elliger back up top, Cooper Johnson. 3 minutes exactly to go in the game. It's going to be Hall to the hole. Inside it goes. The ball stolen by Willocks. He gets it to Roberts. Roberts across the timeline. 2:50 to go. Phillips up top, Wilson. Over to Stevens. Up top, Roberts. Wilson down in the corner, Phillips. Willocks to Wilson. Back to Phillips. Good ball movement by the Cyclones. Inside it goes Wilson, and he's going to be fouled by Hoover. So Wilson will go to the line to shoot a couple. Wilson shot up and in. Aaron Holmes checking in. Hoover checking out for the Rebels. Wilson shot up. No good. Rebound ripped down by Walls. Cyclones up 40-38. Elliger up ahead to Walls. Walls dribbles down, pulls it back out. Hands it off to Johnson. Thought Halls probably should have went on to the hole there. Johnson counts on. Johnson's going to have to get rid of it. 5-second count, turnover on the Rebels. I seen it coming. Good defense by Roberts. 40-38. Cyclones on top. 2:07 to go in the game. Phillips, backcourt, it goes to Roberts. Roberts pressured over to Phillips. Back to Roberts. Roberts splits the defenders, fouled by number 33, Holmes. That's the 5th team foul. So Phillips, side midcourt. Roberts with the basketball. Across the timeline, Roberts got to get rid of it. Roberts to Wilson, backdoor Willocks. And Coach Honeycutt takes a timeout as Willocks goes in for a layup. And it's going to be a 60-second timeout. We'll take a 30 with him. Cyclones on top, 40-38. Back in 30.
The law office of Cameron L. Hyder and his legal assistant, Melissa Saylor, is located at 210 South Main Street near downtown Elizabethton. If you need legal advice and service in criminal law, family law, wills, estates, probate, or contract law, contact Cameron L. Hyder, attorney, or his legal assistant, Melissa Saylor, for consultation at 547-2786. Cameron Hyder is also accessible by email at hyderlawoffice@gmail.com. Cameron L. Hyder, attorney, 210 South Main Street, Elizabethton. FM 107.9, AM 1240, WBEJ, Elizabethton.
Back here at Elizabethton High School, 40-38 Cyclones, 1:49 to go. And the score of the game is brought to you by Winchester Quality Flooring, West Elk Avenue, Broad Street, Elizabethton, with floor covering in stock for all your spring needs at competitive prices, plus installation and even in-stock products for your do-it-yourselfer. And it's going to be Phillips for the Cyclones to trigger the ball inbounds. Phillips to Roberts, quick three in the corner. Roberts, what's he do? He knocks it down. 43-38. Up ahead, Elliger with the basketball. Loses control, goes out of bounds, turnover, Rebels. Van Huss checking in for the Cyclones. Out is Stevens. So Phillips comes inbounds to Van Huss, cross to Roberts, back to Phillips. Phillips in a hurry, and Willock's up with the shot, no good. Coming down with the rebound is Aaron. Up ahead is Hoover. Mullins back to Elliger. Cooper Johnson had the look, should have tucked it, gave it off to Dean. Dean for three, no good. Rebound, Willocks. He gets it to Roberts. Roberts into the front court, throws it away. .108 to go. Cyclones up 5, 43-38. It's going to be Rebels basketball. Comes in to Cooper Johnson, picked up by Stevens. Johnson pressured backcourt over to Elliger. Elliger back to Johnson. Johnson looking to take Stevens one-on-one. Pull up three, shot no good. Rebound, Willocks. Over to Roberts. And the ball stolen by Johnson. Up off the glass. Timeout. Mark Pendleton of the Rebels. The Rebels cut it 2-3, 43-30. Cyclones still on top. 45 seconds to go. And we'll take a 30-second timeout. Cyclones on top, 43-40.
Farmers Insurance has a brand new office in Elizabethton. It's Gregory Odom's Farmers Insurance Agency on East Street, downtown. For the insurance that covers everything, see Greg Odom's Farmers Insurance for home, life, auto, business, even motorcycle, boat, camper, and RV insurance. And see Adam Buckles for Medicare insurance. Greg Odom's all-new Farmers Insurance office, 519 East Street, downtown Elizabethton, next to Farm Supply. Call Greg Odom at 518-1600. In Elizabethton, Greg Odom is Farmers. Bump, 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 bump.
Back here at Elizabethton High School, and the Cyclones, can they hold on? They're up 43-40, 45 seconds to go on the clock, and it's Cyclones basketball. Both teams 5 fouls each, so each team's got 1 foul to give before the 1-on-1, and it's going to be Van Huss, Phillips, Wilson, Roberts, and Willocks for the Cyclones. And for the Rebels, going to be Johnson, Elliger, Hoover, Dean, and Mullins. Van Huss is going to be fouled. That's the 6th team foul. So it's going to be Phillips again to trigger the ball in bounds. Next foul will put the Cyclones on the line. Trying to get the basketball is Roberts. It comes into Wilson. The ball's going to be stolen, and Cooper Johnson coming away with it for the Rebels. 36 seconds. Johnson with the basketball. Johnson to the hole, and the ball goes out of bounds. Saved by Dean into Mullins. Up top, Elliger for 3. Shot good by Elliger. And we are tied up 43-43. 16 seconds to go. Roberts with the basketball. He will not give it up. Roberts, 9, 7, 6. Roberts, 30-footer, no good. Rebound, Jackson Dean. Dean. Walking is the call. .2 on the clock. Not time to really get a shot off. Anything under, I think it's 6. It just has to be a tip. Just has to be a tip. Coach Honeycutt says, give me a timeout. 43-43 with .2 on the clock. Unless the Cyclones can come up with some kind of backdoor screen to Wilson, because Wilson goes 6'5", and he can just tip it in, him or Willocks. I don't know which one. You might want to do it with Willocks and use Wilson as the decoy But I can see Honeycutt drawing it up from here, but it's going to come inside mid-court. The worst mistake the Rebels could make is not putting someone on the inbound. The person throwing the ball inbounds. That's where you really mess up in a situation like this. So I'd find my tallest kid, if I was the Rebels, put them up on them, and as close as the ref would let you get to them, and see what happens. But I have a feeling we're headed for overtime. Hampton advances to play North Green as they defeated Sullivan North 62-34. So congratulations to Ned Smith and the Bulldogs. And here we go. It's going to be Phillips to trigger the ball inbounds. And the Rebels, of course, has got 6'3" Aaron Holmes on the inbound. And Phillips just throws it up high. And we're going to overtime. 43-43 back right after this 60-second break.
Now you can bank with a live teller at Carter County Bank every Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. with Drive-Thru Plus. The first of its kind in the area, Drive-Thru Plus is an ATM as well as an interactive teller machine. Just touch the screen and you will see and hear a Carter County Bank teller on the video screen who can help you with almost any transaction you need. With Drive-Thru Plus, you can withdraw cash and coins, make deposits, exchange dollar bills, make loan payments, report a lost or stolen debit card, and much more. Drive-Thru Plus tellers are available every Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Drive-Thru Plus is now available at most Carter County Bank and Bank of Tennessee branches. Learn more at cartercountybank.com. Carter County Bank is a division of Bank of Tennessee. Locally owned, locally managed to support our first priority, Carter County and the people who live here. Member FDIC.
FM 107.9, AM 1240, WBEJ.
Back here at Elizabethton High School, and we've got free basketball, as you would say. 4 more minutes of it, overtime, as the Rebels, with 45 seconds on the clock, down 5, come back to tie it up. And it is 43-43, and it's going to be Wilson to jump against Mullins. No, rephrase that. It's going to be Hoover. So here we go. 4 more minutes of this. And it has been a dandy. And here we go. The referee says, here we go, guys. And coming away with it is the Rebels, Hoover. Wilson actually won the tip, but Roberts got cut out by Johnson. And it's going to be Hoover all the way down. Hoover shot up, in, and Wilson with the foul. Fourth team foul on Wilson. Hoover at the line. Hoover shot. Good. I didn't think it was going to fall. It hit the back of the rim, went straight up, and came right back down through. Roberts crossed the timeline. Roberts, 2-3 zone by the Rebels. Roberts goes on the wing to Willox. Back up top, Roberts. Roberts to Phillips. Phillips back to Roberts, 2-3 zone by the Rebels. Up top, Roberts, back to Phillips, fakes the 3, goes baseline Wilson, back to Phillips for 3. Shot, no good. Willox chases it down, saves it. Willox to the hole. Cut off. Brings it back up top. And Roberts to the hole. Roberts pull up, 10-footer, no good. Rebound, Willox. Willox up and in. And the Cyclones pressing full court. Cooper Johnson into the front court. Back up top. Elliger, 46-45, South on top. Hands it off to Hoover. Hoover penetrates down, kicks it out. Walking with the basketball is Hoover, with 2:37 to go. Rebels up 46-45. Van Huss with the basketball. Van Huss on the wing to Phillips. Phillips fakes the three, gets it to Wilson. Goes on the wing, Roberts. Roberts to Van Huss, walked. Van Huss for three, shot no good. Rebound, Hoover. 2:10 to go. Cooper Johnson across the timeline, gives it off to Elliger, over to Hoover. Up top is Mullins, inside Hoover. Johnson, pass inside, off the glass, no good. Rebound, Wilson. It's on the floor, and what's the call? Whistle was blown. So it's going to be Rebels basketball? I'm totally confused on this one. Okay, so it's going to be up top. Mullins gives it to Johnson. I still don't know what happened. The ball was loose on the floor. The whistle blew the ref, gave the ball back to the Rebels. Up top, 1:40 to go. Johnson to Elliger. Elliger pressed by Roberts. Now it's back to Johnson. Counts on by Van Huss. Van Huss pressuring, gets the ball down on the wing to Mullins, to Hoover. Out to Walls. And it's going to be up, shot, no good. Rebound, Elliger. Back up top, Hoover. Elliger with the basketball. Walls working hard inside. Elliger gets it to Johnson, and Coach Mark Pendleton says, give me a timeout. 1 minute to go, 46-45, and it's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll just keep it here, and I'll kind of give you the lowdown here. 1 minute, 3 seconds to go in overtime. Rebels up 46-45. Both teams 6 fouls each, so it will go to a 1-and-1 on a non-shooting foul from this point forward. And it's going to be Rebels basketball side mid-court. And the scores tonight are brought to you by Winchester Quality Flooring. Sullivan East over Unicoi 71-60 with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the game. And here we go, guys. Rebels. Elliger to toe the ball inbound. Stolen by Roberts. Roberts turns it over. Rebels, Aaron pass. Roberts comes away with it. Was going to cross it over. Got the ball held up on his side. It comes inbounds, Johnson. 56 seconds. Here comes the trap. Down in the corner it goes Elliger. Elliger up top. Howell down low off the glass. Foul by Phillips. Wow. So going to the line will be Walls with a chance to make it a 2-possession game. Checking in, Van Huss for Phillips. So Walls at the line. Shot up, in by Walls. And the Rebels says, give us a timeout. 49-45, Rebels on top. Back after this 30-second break.
Elizabethan Electric, serving the community with the customer in mind. With online bill pay available, it's easy to pay with just a few clicks of the mouse. Go to the City of Elizabethan webpage and click Online Payments for one-time pay online or paperless bill online pay. You can still mail in your payment or stop by one of the traditional locations to pay in person. For automated pay by phone, call 1-877-336-8403.
WBEJ.
Back here at Elizabethan High School, and the Rebels have stormed back to take a 49-45 lead in overtime. 48 seconds to go. And the Cyclones need a little magic, and I think it will have to be Roberts or Wilson to bring the magic. So it's going to be Cyclones basketball. They got to go the length of the floor. And it's going to be Van Huss to trigger the ball inbounds. The next foul will put the Cyclones at the line 1-1. Van Huss with the basketball. Van Huss across the timeline, gets it to Roberts on the wing down to Willocks. Up top, Van Huss. Roberts for three, shot no good. Rebound Wilson out to Stevens. Stevens shot good, and Coach Honeycutt says, give me a timeout. So Stevens with the big bucket, and it's going to be a full timeout. 49-47, 30 seconds to go. Back right after we take.
If you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, be sure to check with the Happy Valley Credit Union, where auto loan rates on both new and used vehicles start as low as 2.25% APR. And if you're offered a rate that's lower, check with the Happy Valley Credit Union loan officers to see if you qualify for a matched rate by the credit union. Always be sure to check with the Happy Valley Credit Union before you finance an automobile anywhere else. Happy Valley Credit Union, C Street, Elizabethton, behind Walgreens.
Back here at Elizabethton High School, we are in overtime, and the Rebels up 49-47. Rebels basketball. Next foul on the Cyclones will put the Rebels at the line for a 1-1. So the Rebels are going to have to hit some foul shots down the stretch here to hold on. And North Green boys defeated Unaka 68-50. And here we go. Hoover to trigger the ball inbounds. Hoover gets it in to Mullins on the wing. Johnson. The ball's way out in front. Elliger fouls from behind by Roberts. And Elliger will go to the line to shoot a couple. And that might be, I'm not positive, Roberts' fifth. His fourth. So that's good. So Elliger at the line for the Rebels. He's getting two. Elliger's shot, no good. Elliger 2 of 5 from the line. Elliger back at the line. Shot up and in by Elliger. 50-47, 23 seconds to go. Van Huss off of the screen of Roberts. Over in the corner, Stevens. Stevens baseline to Phillips. Wilson. Roberts fakes the three. Fouled shooting the three, so Roberts will go the line to shoot three. And that is a no-no in basketball. 11 seconds to go. Roberts makes all three, can tie this thing up. Roberts makes the first one. He's usually automatic. Roberts back at the line, makes the second one. He don't even hesitate. The ball barely touches the rim. Roberts, shot, good. And we are all tied up. Hoover trying to get the ball inbounds. 5-second count on the Rebels. Coach Pendleton had a timeout called. They don't give it to him, so it's going to be Cyclones basketball with a chance to win this thing. Roberts to trigger the ball inbounds. Van Huss to the corner. The ball comes in up top. Phillips back to Roberts. Roberts, 6 seconds. Roberts, 5. Roberts, 4. Roberts, walk. Roberts, 3. No good. Rebound. And we are going double overtime. Can you believe this? 50-50. here at Elizabethton High School, neither team wanting to give it up. Back right after we take this 60-second break.
Due to the higher incidence of cases of COVID-19, the lobby at Reed's Pharmacy, West Elk Avenue, Elizabethton, remains closed, but pharmacist Philip Reed and wife Holly, owners of Reed Pharmacy, can still help you stay well and have winter ailments cured with quality prescriptions by serving you at the drive-through window. Also ask about immunizations against flu, shingles, and pneumonia. Reed Pharmacy is Elizabethton's only compounding service and accepts most insurance plans. Reed Pharmacy, 851 West Elk Avenue, Elizabethton, across from the high school. Fish tacos are back at Taco John's Elizabethton, and you get 2 for just $4. Come to Taco John's today for the popular fish tacos featuring a crispy wild Alaskan fish tender and a 6.5-inch flour tortilla surrounded with shredded lettuce and cheddar cheese, fajita sour cream, ranch dressing, and accompanied with a lime wedge. Remember, you get 2 for only $4, or catch the fish taco combo meal for only $7.99. Don't let the fish taco get away. Available now, 2 for $4 at Taco John's, brought at Sycamore, Elizabethton. We're going into a second overtime. Elizabethton versus Sullivan South District Basketball on FM 107.9, AM 1240, WBEJ. It's 8:30.
Back here at Elizabethton High School, and here we are in double overtime. It's going to be Hoover and Wilson again to jump. And it goes backcourt. Willox over to Van Huss. And it's going to be Van Huss picked up by Elliger over to Willox. Willox trying to get it inside to Wilson. Stevens, deep three. Nate Stevens with a big three for the Cyclones. Cooper Johnson pressured by Stevens. Goes cross court. Willox stepped on the line, come up with a steal, and was going to have a 3-on-1. Luckily for the Rebels, Willox stepped on the line. Elliger with the basketball. Elliger comes into Johnson, picked up by Stevens. On the wing it goes to Hoover inside. Shot up, no good by Hoover. Wilson rebound. Up ahead, Stevens gets it to Willox. Up off the glass. Count the bucket. And Willox will go the line to shoot one. And Mullins just fouled out for the Rebels. Holmes checks in for the Rebels. 55-50, 3:15 to go in overtime. Cyclones on top. Willox shot up, in. Ball comes in to Elliger. Elliger puts it on the floor. Elliger pressured by Van Huss. Elliger into the front court. Counts on. Elliger to the hole. Elliger all the way down. Fouled by Wilson. That will be his 5th. So Elliger will go to the line to shoot a couple. And Wilson, Honeycutt, using the time up to get the sub in. He's going to send in Phillips. Wilson out. So Elliger at the line to shoot 2. Elliger's shot up and in. (56-51). Cyclones still on top. 3 minutes, 3 seconds to go. Double overtime. Shot up, no good. Rebound, Van Huss. Pressured back court. Van Huss gets it over to Roberts. Roberts across the timeline. Going to be fouled by number 33, Holmes. So Roberts will go to the line for 1-and-1. Checking back in, number 12, Walls. Roberts at the line. Shot up. Good. Roberts 4 of 4 here in the 2 overtime periods. Hit 3 in a row to send it into double overtime. Roberts shot up and in. Got to get the ball inbounds. It comes into Elliger. He's going to be trapped. Back over to Walls. Walls pressured by Roberts. Roberts. Johnson with the basketball. Johnson fakes the 3. He had Hoover inside. 3 from Walls. No good. And up ahead it goes Stevens. Ball's loose on the floor. And good hustle by Johnson goes out of bounds. And it's going to stay Cyclones basketball. Holmes back in for the Rebels. Roberts side midcourt. Roberts. Phillips breaks through. Comes into Willocks. Roberts to the hole. Cross court Stevens almost goes out of bounds. Stevens has the ball stripped. And Elliger with the steal. Gets it to Hoover. Hoover all the way down. Hoover to Walls. Offensive foul. Willocks took the punishment. 58-51. Cyclones. 2:17 to go. Phillips to trigger the ball inbounds. Looking. Phillips comes in up top. Willocks. Aaron pass goes out of bounds. Turnover. Cyclones. So it's going to be Rebels basketball. Walls back in for, Will Harris back in. Holmes out. Johnson to trigger the ball inbounds. Looking, comes in up top. Hoover. Hoover back to Johnson. Johnson, pull up, 15-footer. Good by Johnson. 58-53 comes in Van Huss. Van Huss pressured back court, going to be fouled by Hoover. So Van Huss will go to the line to shoot a couple. From here on in, it'll be 2 shots for the Cyclones. Van Huss at the line. Van Huss eyes the shot. Shot up. No good. Seth Carter in. Phillips out for the Cyclones. Carter back at the line. Shot up. Good by Van Huss. Comes inbounds. Johnson with the basketball. Johnson pressured. Johnson, Stevens, Elliger with the basketball. Elliger for 3, shot good by Nick Elliger. 59-56, comes inbounds Roberts. Carter with the basketball, gives it up to Stevens. Willocks off the glass for 2. And Van Huss almost coming up with the steal. Cyclones got a break right there. Stevens walked with the basketball. But that comes with the territory. So, got to get the ball in. Got to get it in. Comes in, cross midcourt. Elliger with the basketball. Elliger into the front court. Elliger all the way down. Shot up and in. Elliger. 61-58. Van Huss to Carter. Up ahead, Willocks. Willocks trapped on the wing. Willocks back to Van Huss. Van Huss pressured back court. Van Huss. Carter, and Coach Honeycutt says, give me a timeout with the score. 61-58. It's going to be a full timeout, so we'll take a 30. Cyclones on top, 61-58, back after this 30-second break.
Local high school game coverage is brought to you by Citizens Bank. Citizens Bank continues to support our local community from its headquarters here in Carter County. Whether it's managing household finances, purchasing a home, or obtaining resources for your business, Citizens Bank has experts ready to provide a helping hand. Find out more about the Citizens Bank Local Advantage at one of our convenient locations or visit citizensbank24.com today. Bank your own way. Citizens Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC. Elizabeth and Sullivan South District basketball in double overtime here on FM 107.9 AM 1240 WBEJ.
Back here at Elizabethton High School, double overtime, 61-58, Cyclones on top, 1:17 to go. Your score sponsored by Winchester Quality Flooring. Sullivan East defeated Unicoi County tonight, 83-76. So Sullivan East will play the winner of this game on Tuesday at 7. And we still got a little bit to go to find out. So Unicoi County will drop down in the bottom half of the bracket, and they will play the loser of this game in the semifinals. Willocks with the basketball. Willocks, backcourt to the hole. Willocks, nobody picks him up. Willocks off the glass, count the bucket, and one. Cannot believe they let Willocks dribble all the way down and lay it in. And not only that, fouling. And Mark Pendleton saying the same thing for the Rebels. Willocks shot up, in. Willocks coming up big in overtime. Elliger with the basketball. Elliger pressured by Carter. Elliger all the way down. Kicks it over to Hoover for three. And Hoover knocks down a big three. 64-61. Comes inbounds. Carter up ahead. Willocks with the basketball. Willocks pulls it out. Carter pressured. Willocks fakes the three. Tries to go to the hole. Kicks it out. Roberts. 44 seconds. And Roberts fouled, so Roberts will go to the line to shoot a couple, and you might as well mark them down. Roberts, 5 of 5 in the overtime period, and is 8 of 9 for the game. Roberts shot up and in. Roberts back to the line. Shot up and in. Comes inbounds. Elliger, 41 seconds. 5-point lead for the Cyclones. Elliger into the front court. Elliger blocking foul on Carter. So Elliger will go to the line to shoot a couple. So Elliger at the line. Cyclone 66, Rebels 61. Elliger's shot up and in. Phillips checks in. Carter out for the Cyclones. Elliger back at the line. Shot up and in by Elliger. Ball comes in. Stevens, cross court, Van Huss. Van Huss in a hurry. Up ahead, Roberts. Roberts off the glass. Roberts for two more. Into the front court. All the way down. Shot up. No good. Willocks rebounds. And foul's going to be on number 33, Holmes. So Phillips will go to the line with a good chance to seal the deal here. Hoover checking back in. And Holmes just fouled out for the Rebels. I thought Phillips got fouled, but Willocks goes to the line. Shot up and in by Willocks. Willocks shot up and in. Ball comes in. Elliger, 16-14. Elliger across the timeline. Elliger hands it off to Cooper Johnson. 4-3 up top. Shot no good. Roberts rebound. And that is probably going to seal the deal. Roberts will go to the line to shoot a couple. What a ball game here tonight. It has been a dandy. Roberts back to the line. Hall checks in. Fouling out is Hoover. Shot up and in by Roberts. And Robert's shot up and in. And Cooper Johnson across the timeline, pulls up, takes a three, no good. And the final score, 63 for the Rebels, 72 for the Cyclones. And the score has been brought to you tonight by Winchester Quality Flooring. Back right after we take this 2-minute break.
Signature Healthcare of Elizabethton Rehab and Wellness Center has been faithfully serving the Elizabethton and surrounding areas for the past 37 years. Signature Healthcare offers physical, occupational, and speech therapies tailored to meet your specific needs. It has the best wound care and respiratory programs in town. Their facility is clean, the face is friendly, and they strive to provide the best care to all who enter the doors. Remember, if you feel like you're sitting on the sidelines of life due to a sickness that's got you down, let Signature Healthcare of Elizabethton help you get back into your game.
Time doesn't stop for anyone. The sooner you begin your education, the sooner you'll finish. Northeast State Community College is here for you to take that first step. It's convenient, affordable, and high quality. And with over 150 programs of study, Northeast State Community College has something for everyone. You have goals, you have options. Make them a reality. Visit northeaststate.edu.
Office of Cameron L. Hyder and his legal assistant, Melissa Saylor, is located at 210 South Main Street near downtown Elizabethton. If you need legal advice and service in criminal law, family law, wills, estates, probate, or contract law, contact Cameron L. Hyder, attorney, or his legal assistant, Melissa Saylor, for consultation at 547-2786. Cameron Hyder is also accessible by email at hyderlawoffice@gmail.com. Cameron L. Hyder, attorney, 210 South Main Street, Elizabethton. Farmers Insurance has a brand new office in Elizabethton. It's Gregory Odom's Farmers Insurance Agency on East Street, downtown. For the insurance that covers everything, see Greg Odom's Farmers Insurance for home, life, auto, business, even motorcycle, boat, camper, and RV insurance. And see Adam Buckles for Medicare insurance. Greg Odom's all-new Farmers Insurance office, 519 East East Street, downtown Elizabethton, next to Farm Supply. Call Greg Odom at 518-1600. In Elizabethton, Greg Odom is Farmers. Bump, 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 bump.
Elizabethton Electric, serving the community with the customer in mind. With online bill pay available, it's easy to pay with just a few clicks of the mouse. Go to the City of Elizabethton webpage and click Online Payments for one-time pay online or paperless bill online pay. You can still mail in your payment or stop by one of the traditional locations to pay in person. For automated pay by phone, call 1-877-336-8403.
Mobile banking at Happy Valley Credit Union Elizabethton makes banking easier than ever because you can bank when it's most convenient for you. See your balance without logging in and see your transaction history and pending transactions. Deposit funds with mobile deposit and move money between your accounts when you need to. Also stay on top of your account activity with customized real-time alerts and much more. Current credit union members can download the app, visit the website, or stop in at the Happy Valley Credit Union on C Street for more details. Due to the higher incidence of cases of COVID-19, the lobby at Reed's Pharmacy, West Elk Avenue, Elizabethton, remains closed, but pharmacist Philip Reed and wife Holly, owners of Reed Pharmacy, can still help you stay well and have winter ailments cured with quality prescriptions by serving you at the drive-through window. Also ask about immunizations against flu, shingles, and pneumonia. Reed Pharmacy is Elizabethton's only compounding service and accepts most insurance plans. Reed Pharmacy, 851 West Elk Avenue, Elizabethton, across from the high school. Back to Elizabethton High School, where the Cyclones have just won on FM 107.9, AM 1240, WBEJ.
Welcome back to Elizabethton High School, and what a game. 72-63, double overtime. And the Cyclones come out on top and they will play on Tuesday night at 7 o'clock versus Sullivan East. Sullivan East defeated Unicoi County 83-76. So number 1, number 2 will play on Tuesday night at 7 at Sullivan East. And the individual scoring first for Sullivan South, you had Nick Elliger with 23 points on the night to go along with Cooper Johnson with 6, Jackson Dean with 6, Drew Hoover with 15, and Colton Mullins with 4, and Will Walls with 4, and Aaron Holmes with 2. And that rounds out the scoring for the Rebels. And for the Cyclones, they won this thing at the foul line tonight. Roberts and Willocks pretty much willed their way to victory in the 2 overtime periods. And Roberts finishes with 21 on the night to go along with Seth Carter with 2, William Willocks with 17, Nicholas Wilson with 16, and Nate Stevens, big time for him tonight, hit a huge 3 in overtime, and with 5, and Dan Huss with 1, and your final was 72-63. And let's break down just a few things that's going to be going on coming into the Monday and Tuesday night. On Tuesday night, Sullivan East and Elizabethton boys will play at 7 o'clock at Sullivan East for the championship. The consolation game will be at Sullivan South, as Unicoi County will travel to play Sullivan South in consolation in District 1 AA. And in girls action on Monday, Sullivan East, Sullivan Central championship at East at 7 o'clock on Monday. Elizabethton girls will play at home versus Unicoi County in the consolation game at 7 o'clock. That's on Monday. In 1A action tonight, Hampton's girls fell to North Green 89-40. Clowlin girls pulled off a squeaker 43-42 over the Rangers. So Clowlin girls will play at North Green 7 o'clock on Monday night for the championship of District 1A basketball. Unaka girls will host Hampton at 7 o'clock on Monday night. And in boys action, North Green defeated Unaka 68-50, and Hampton defeated Sullivan North 62-31. So Hampton will travel to North Green on Tuesday night to play the Huskies for the championship District 1 single A action. Unaka will travel to Sullivan North to play Sullivan North in the consolation game on Tuesday at 7. So that kind of lets you know where everything stands. And the final here tonight was 72-63 Cyclones, double overtime over the Rebels. And this is Roger Norris, Barton Edens back at the station. Appreciate you tuning in and listening. Everyone be safe, be careful. Stay tuned to WBEJ and find out which games we'll be bringing you on Monday and Tuesday of next week. So good night, everyone. Be safe, be careful.
You've been listening to a WBEJ radio sports presentation. District High School Basketball.